Pull up a quote for any big American stock, and you will see one number, one price, updating in real time, as if the stock lived in a single place. It does not. That same share trades across about 16 different exchanges, plus dozens of off-exchange venues, all at the same instant, each with its own bids and its own offers. So the single price you're staring at is not coming from one market. It is being stitched together, tick by a piece of hidden plumbing most investors have never heard of. That stitched together quote has a name: the National Best Bid and Offer, and it is one of the most important numbers in all of finance, because by law it can decide the price your order actually gets. Today we pull the thread on how one price is built out of 16 markets. Why does this stitched together number matter so much? Because it is not just for display. Two things travel across the public feed known as the consolidated tape. First, every completed trade, the last sale prints, showing the price, the size, and which venue it happened on. Second, the top of every exchange's book is best bid and its best offer, which get combined into that single national best bid and offer, the NBBO. Now here is the stake. Under the rules that govern American markets, that consolidated NBBO is not a suggestion. It is the reference price the whole system has to respect. When your broker routes your order, when an exchange decides whether it is even allowed to execute a trade, they check it against the NBBO. So a number assembled by a back office utility, out of the quotes of 16 competing venues, quietly sets the boundary for the price tens of millions of orders receive every single day. To understand the NBBO, you have to know it was ordered up by Congress. Back in 1975, amendments to the securities laws told the SEC to build a national market system so that all these separate exchanges would behave like one linked market instead of walled gardens. Out of that came the Securities Information Processors, the SIPS. There are two of them. One, run under the Consolidated Tape Association plans, handles Tape A, New York Stock Exchange listings, and Tape B, other listed names. The other, the UTP plan, handles Tape C, the NASDAQ listings. Every exchange is required to send its quotes and its trades to these processors, which consolidate them and publish the tape and the NBBO to the entire world. Then, in 2005, the SEC tied it all together with regulation NMS and one rule inside it. Rule 611 turned the consolidated quote from mere information into law. That rule is where the plumbing grows teeth. Now the machine itself, one gear at a time. Step 1. Every exchange continuously publishes the very top of its book, its single best bid, the most anyone there will pay, and its single best offer, the least anyone there will sell for. Step 2. The processor lines up all 16 exchanges side by side and picks two winners, the highest bid found anywhere and the lowest offer found anywhere. Those two prices, which may come from two completely different exchanges, are welded together into the national best bid and offer. So the NBBO is a synthetic quote. It can be a pairing that exists on no single exchange, only as the best halves of two separate order books. Step 3, and this is the wedge, Rule 611, the order protection rule. It forbids what is called a trade through, executing a trade at a price worse than a protected quotation that is displayed somewhere else. In plain terms, a venue is not allowed to fill your buy order at a higher price when a lower offer is sitting, visible, on another exchange. Every trading center has to keep written policies designed to prevent exactly that. So the consolidated quote does not just inform the market, it routes it. If the best offer is on exchange D, your order legally has to respect exchange D's price, which is why brokers ping venue after venue chasing the NBBO. The stitched together number is the traffic cop for the whole market. Here is where it gets contentious, and it comes down to speed and fragmentation. When regulation NMS passed in 2005, roughly 8 exchanges traded these stocks. Today it is about 16, and trading is scattered across all of them plus a crowd of off-exchange venues. The more places a stock trades, the harder the processor has to work to keep the consolidated picture current. And for years, the public SIP was slower than the private, direct data feeds the exchanges sold to their fastest customers. That meant the official NBBO everyone was legally protected at could sit a hair behind the prices the quickest traders already saw, a gap measured in millionths of a second but worth real money. To close it, in December 2020, the SEC adopted the Market Data Infrastructure Rule. It does two big things. It expands what the tape carries, adding smaller round lots, odd lot information, and some depth of book. And it breaks the monopoly, replacing the single processor with competing consolidators that race to publish faster. A federal appeals court upheld the rule in 2022. The twist: in a decentralized model, there may no longer be one single official NBBO, but several. So step back and see the whole picture. That one clean price on your screen is an achievement of plumbing. The best bid and the best offer pulled from 16 competing venues, consolidated in real time, and then made binding by a single rule. The national best bid and offer is less a fact about a stock than a construction, and Rule 611 is the law that turns the construction into the price you actually get, which is exactly why it is now being fought over. In 2026, the SEC proposed to rescind Rule 611, the order protection rule itself, arguing that mandatory trade-through protection has outlived its usefulness and locks in needless complexity. If that goes through, the consolidated quote would still be published, but venues would no longer be legally forced to honor it, and best execution would lean more on your broker's duty than on a hard rule. Whatever you make of that, notice the lesson. The single price at the center of the market is stitched together, and who controls the stitching, and whether anyone is forced to respect it, is one of the quietest but highest stakes questions in finance. For more of the machinery under the markets, stick around.